of course, there was a monsoon, and I wanted to catch it on camera. Oh, yeah, we missed the monsoon. Shoot. But then, of course, my battery was out. So now that the battery's on, the monsoon is over. Yeah, this is look at me now. Look at me now, people. It's like, I never got married. I had one kid. And now I'm empty nesting, and really, I don't know what to do. Be president, I guess. Shoot. Smart enough. Watch the news all the time. Know what all these other quacks are talking about. Donald Trump almost got assassinated today, my ass. It's all fake news. At least you get truth with me. Social media, doesn't lie. And I am well respected in countries like Australia, Europe, China, from my private equity firm. So I have no idea. And I'm a software developer. I have no idea why this couldn't turn into a presidency. I mean, come on. Now I gotta lay it on Trump, okay? If I'm gonna be a real politician, I gotta lay it on Trump, man. If Trump can do it, I can't say anybody can, but come on. Get to know me. I'm a goofball. You can impersonate me all you want, Watch them all impersonate me. Stuff like that. I'll be well hated, disliked, but alone, but whatever. I am anyways, so I have that. Gosh, it was so much cooler in here when it was raining, but at this point, it is no longer raining. Shoot. Yeah, and yesterday, last night really, I had a fight with half the stuff in my apartment and threw it out the window because it was just getting to be stuff that was getting in my way to focus on the job at hand. Well, I went to the University of Minnesota. I went to Gonzaga University. I've been in the private equity firm for, 8 years, produced a movie. Know the iPhone system better than half the people. I don't know if I'm as popular as Elon. I just feel that way because I seem to be one of the only people doing what I do online on these apps and stuff. And well, my son, he's obviously half mine, but he's also half Philippine. And recently, if you've been following or haven't been following, the United States Army just landed, not landed, but ships arrived in the Philippines, because apparently, which is a good thing, because I know from stories of his grandparents that his family came from South America. Actually, they started in Spain 500 years ago. This is my son's family. Started in Spain 500 years ago. Conquered part of South America with Cortez. Went to the Philippines, where they were conquering the Philippines when the Japanese invaded and killed 10 out of 12 of what was of my son's grandfather's family. So I don't know. I think there has to be some type of relation. I think there's got to be some type of relation. They're a third world country, but why is the U.S., if somebody could explain, making some grand entrance into the Philippines? I mean, people, war's happening, okay? We've got Harris in office, who's African American. And I live in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. Okay, where George Floyd's death occurred. And it's been, it's quite dangerous, really. And I'm just a Finnish Norwegian girl here. I get along. I respect a woman in office, especially at the vice president level. I kind of am leaning towards running, if things work out, with Kennedy, who's independent race. He's in the race for 2024 as an independent. I suppose I could put myself right on that ballot as the Democrat Party president. I'm 42 years old. My father was a captain level army captain in Germany during the time of the Berlin Wall as a doctor in the army. So he knows psychology. I know psychology. I've experienced it firsthand, which somebody mentioned genocide. And to me, my angle, what genocide is here, because now I'm smart enough to know that some of these side effects from these, let's say, atypical antipsychotics. I mean, it says right in the thing, it stops your memory. It could end up in death. I mean, it's got all kinds of terrible side effects, and it's just a business. They're doing it for the money. But I got put in the system, and I believed what these doctors were telling me for way too long. Well, I, in my 4th decade of life, have come to understand that, well, I'll just go off of the borderline personality disorder category, because recently, because I'm constantly educating myself. I did the essays at the University of Minnesota and English literature. Nowadays, I don't even know if they have books at these colleges. It's so online, but it's a shame if they don't. But I reread my essays from 20 years ago, and I learn from them still. And I'm a statistical analysis. I took accounting. I took a business. I have a business. I have an LLC of 8 years in the private equity firm, VC. I was a software developer, and AI is huge. People don't know. Elon Musk wants to put trackers in people's brains in order to have their thoughts make machines work, like vehicles, just by thinking, make these machines work. Now, come on, now that is genocide too. But if they're going to implement it, we have to do some things to prevent certain situations from that happening. I'm still deeply delved in that category of political stuff because AI is going to implement itself, whether we like it or not, into government and private sectors. And I guess I just know these things. I'm knowledgeable. I watch these politicians. My great friend in high school, she mentioned 8 years ago when I started my LLC that she said, "Why don't you get into politics? Like, maybe I would be a good politician." I don't like some of my innuendos, not innuendos, but quirks, if you want to call them that. I'd rather not put myself on the camera and talk at the same time. But I do when I can. And at any rate, I know I'm not afraid to talk in front of people. I got a acting degree, a modeling agency, on camera acting. I went to drama school as well at the University of Minnesota and was in some plays in the Twin Cities. I've overcome a lot with a physical disability. The government currently has me on as disabled through my mental health. But I overcame my mental health, which really needs to be discussed because everybody, I mean, it's not that long. It hasn't been that long since these people were dying in insane asylums without getting out for 20 years. But now it's come to the point where they're just giving them all this medicine. I mean, I've been on stuff. I think it works. It depends on how much you get in your system. But for instance, in 2015, I have a medical record here that says I'm allergic to Abilify. And I mysteriously got into a car crash I have no remembrance of. And the fake news, I'll take Trump's fake news. Hey, maybe he'll be a running candidate, my running mate. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Kamala Harris, Robert Kennedy Jr., Donald Trump, all good. Donald, maybe this year. I know where to call and put myself right on that ballot, And my son is 17. He's so smart. He stays with grandma and grandpa because they're grandma and grandpa. And so what not else to do but put everything that I've known, implement it, because I want to world travel. I was originally hoping to be an actress, which I have been in a remake of The Night of the Living Dead and some Mill City Misfits, which is kind of ironic because I still am in Mill City and I am a misfit. I'm getting my passport. I'm facing legal stuff, but the funny thing about my legal stuff is that the crimes that I've been convicted of, it was really a self-defense matter, but the police came and picked me up because they were training that day. And then I got stuck in a correctional facility for 12 months. Well, boy, did that go real well. Yeah, I learned a lot about diversity there and getting along, keeping one eye open. I worked with some really great mental health workers there, so then I was no longer in this disabled mental health system. I'm now in the criminal system, which I never even went to court for. And in 2016, when I got in this so-called car accident, well, they didn't charge me with a crime a crime for getting in a car crash. Where's the evidence on that? Not that I don't back police. They've improved since then, because I'll let you in on my latest charge. It stems from the past charge that I speak of that, to me, was false news. And, it says in my medical records that I gave